The wellness revolution starts now.
Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Hotze, and this is Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. We believe here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center that every individual deserves to have a physician and a staff of professionals who can coach them on a path of health and wellness naturally. So as you mature, you've got energy, vitality, and you're enthusiastic about life. While we treat people here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center for decline in their natural occurring hormones, we use natural approaches to eating with healthy eating programs. We use vitamins and minerals, exercise programs, treat for allergies. We also provide aesthetic services because we believe it's not only important for you to feel well internally, but to look your best, to look young, vibrant, and full of life. And that's why we have an aesthetics department here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. Leading our department is Bailie Munoz, who's a licensed esthetician, and Bailie helps our guests look their best. So I wanted to talk to you about some of the services we offer here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. We've been trained by the premier dermatologist in the country who invented the SkinTyte machine, which is a machine that uses light therapy to stimulate healthy skin. So let's talk about that, Bailie. Let's talk about some of the different procedures that you do with our guests. And let's start with the basic, Broadband Light Therapy. Explain that and exactly how that works.
Well, with the SkinTyte laser, we utilize the BBL, which is broadband light, to not only correct sun damage and facial vascularity, but to also stimulate collagen production and reveal a much healthier, younger looking skin.
And I'll mention this, that Dr. Bitter, who is in California, who designed this back in the 1990s, and has been doing this ever since, and has just an amazing practice based strictly on his light therapy. He uses it himself, and he's 65, and he doesn't look a day over 45. I mean, his skin looks great. And he said if all you ever did was just broadband lighting every month, he does it every month. We don't necessarily recommend you do it every month, but he does. It's just amazing the results that we have seen with our guests, and he has seen with his patients over the years. So broadband lighting, tell us how it works. You bring a guest in, and you can look at it on the video that we have with this. For those that are you watching it on video, you can see the therapy. So explain how that therapy works. When a guest comes in, before they have broadband lighting, what's the first thing you do to evaluate their skin?
The first thing that we do during a Hotze Beauty consultation is visit with our guests. I like to go through the history of their skin, whether it be their experiences in the past with or without aesthetics, how their skin heals, what their expectations are, what goals they'd like to reach, so that I can offer them the optimal treatment plan to help a guest reach their goals. Then we can do a Visia skin analysis, which is an in-depth photo of the skin, particularly on the face. And we can show our guest all of the UV damage that hasn't yet come to the surface. We can also show them the severity of facial vascularity, those are the two treatments that BBL addresses best and foremost, is facial redness and pigmentation. So we can show them this is what we not only can treat what we can see, but we can also get a head start on treating what we can't see just yet.
How soon should a person start using broadband light therapy?
There's really no limit as far as who can and cannot have or start having BBL treatments done. We can treat acne, teens, adolescent acne with BBL. We can treat anyone in their 60s, 70s, 80s as a corrective treatment with BBL. Almost anyone and everyone can enjoy the benefits of BBL, does not matter skin type or age.
And BBL again stands for broadband lighting. It's light therapy that helps rejuvenate and regenerate the skin in whatever area it's used, and it's primarily used on the face and on the neck. As we age, we begin to have, we've had skin damage, and that's just part of the aging process. So it helps rejuvenate and give you a youthful appearance. Now, on broadband lighting, how long once you've done the Visionex study, the 3D evaluation by photograph of the face, so you see where the damage is and where the damage will be occurring. Mm-hmm. Then you begin your basically, do most people start with broadband lighting? Is that the first step?
The BBL is our most popular and in-demand treatment.
Right.
So I do like to mix and match modalities when treating the skin because not everyone is the same.
Right.
But BBL is more than likely our first treatment to start the correction process.
So talk us through the treatment process. So once they've had the photograph, they come into the aesthetics room, they're laid out on the table, and then what happens? What's the process you go through? Is it painful to go through this? Do you have to deaden the skin? What happens?
We do not use any numbing for BBL. It's very minimally discomfort. You do feel warmth with the treatment. It's very temporary and very, very little downtime, depending upon the severity of the superficial pigment that we're treating.
Okay, talk to us about the downtime. Are they going to? What happens? Will the face be red for a day, 2 days, 3 days, or will they be able to go back to work after they have the treatment? Will they have any discomfort the next day? Tell us about that.
No discomfort the next day. If we are treating rosacea or any facial redness, you can expect to experience redness for 2 to 3 days post-treatment, depending upon the severity. With pigmentation, one of the most enjoyable things that you can see whenever you have BBL done is sometimes the pigment darkens immediately if we're lucky, and guests really do like to experience that because it is an immediate result. And so
it darkens and then it flakes off.
Yes, it sloughs off of the skin. No pain or discomfort afterwards and no downtime. You can cover up any darker pigmentation that we bring up with the BBL with makeup, so you can return to all daily activities immediately after treatment.
So, and then what is the recommendation that we have for frequency of BBL treatment?
When you are first starting your journey with BBL, 5 to 6 treatments is the usual recommendation, and those can be done 3 to 4 weeks apart to achieve the best result. Once we reach our goal with corrective treatment, we usually recommend having a BBL done every 3 months to maintain results, clarity in the skin, and to continually stimulate that collagen.
So that's our most frequently requested procedures, the BBL, and probably your most frequently recommended for most people.
Yes.
Now, so let's talk about some other treatments that we do. I know we do SkinPen. Describe that to us. What exactly is SkinPen? How does that work, and how is that different from BBL?
SkinPen is a microneedling treatment that we offer more so if someone has experienced acne in their lifetime and they have a very textured scarring. We can use microneedling to restructure the skin to help stimulate collagen production, to retexturize the skin and smooth out the surface. That is our most popular treatment for acne scarring in particular. Microneedling.
And so, talk about that procedure. Do you have to do deadening of the skin when you do microneedling?
Yes, we do topically numb for microneedling to make sure that our guests can be as comfortable as possible throughout the treatment. There is downtime associated with microneedling, usually about 3 to 5 days, redness in the skin. Sometimes we will achieve swelling, which can be a good thing. So a little more downtime, and it's not a light-based treatment. We are using needles in that treatment.
And some people, like myself, have saggy skin on the neck and maybe sagging skin in the face. I've said if I'm growing up to look like a Marlboro man. I do everything but smoke Marlboros. But you remember the old Marlboro guy? He looked kind of rough and tough. Well, women don't like to look that way particularly, and really men don't. A lot of men don't either. They want to keep their youthful appearance. So what do you recommend for those people that have saggy skin, it's droopy? What type of procedure do we use for that?
With the Cyton laser, we do offer a BBL SkynTyte treatment. We use the same technology with the light for skin tightening specifically. So it's done with our BBL. We are just using the wavelengths and the light differently than when we correct pigment. So we can transform collagen in the skin.
And tell us about the skin tightening procedure. Maybe you've started somebody on BBL and they want to tighten up their skin. So basically, you just adjust the settings on the Cyton.
Yes, we adjust the settings on the Cyton along with the wavelengths in particular. BBL and SkynTyte can be done together in the same treatment. Both of the treatments boost the treatment. So we can layer SkynTyte on top of BBL, heating the skin on a deeper level and to a much warmer temperature than with the BBL for corrective.
And what about downtime on that? If you have skin tightening, is there a longer downtime?
No downtime. There's still no downtime. Your skin may be pink for a couple of hours after treatment, but no downtime, and it feels very nice, actually. It feels a little like a hot stone massage.
And so if someone is interested in tightening up skin in the neck or skin in the face and they want to have the BBL and SkynTyte, is it the same length of time between treatments? Is that what you recommend?
We can recommend the 3 to 4 week time frame or even the 3-month time frame in between treatment, but it truly depends on the guest and what their goal is, how quickly they want to reach their goal. The SkynTyte, the process within the skin that happens, it does take time. It does take that 30 to 90 day time frame for that change to truly be made within the skin. However, SkynTyte can be done more often than BBL.
So I want you listeners and those, or really those that are watching on video now, to look at some of the results that we have had with our guests before and after photographs. And so I think you'll find that really, some of them stunning, the difference that it makes in their appearances. So we can look through those as we go through this video, and you can share our amazement, really. As I said, here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, we want you to be healthy and well so you got energy, vitality, and enthusiasm for life, and we want you to look like $1 million and feel like $1 million. That's why we offer the aesthetic services. So those probably are our two most popular, would you say, our two most popular, BBL and skin tightening?
BBL is our number one. It's our tried and true.
Right.
What I've seen become more and more popular, however, is the Halo Pro.
Would you describe exactly what Halo Pro is and when that would be used in therapy and exactly how that works?
Yes. The Halo Pro is a dual wavelength laser. that we use to create a controlled inflammatory response within the skin so that we can stimulate new collagen production and new, healthy, brighter, tighter skin.
Now, is there any downtime on the Halo? We still use the same Cyton machine,
Yes.
right? The Cyton machine is the machine that produces light at different wavelengths depending upon the setting. So we have broadband lighting, we have SkynTyte, and then we also have the Halo Pro. And so this means that we're going to apply light to your skin at different wavelengths. So the Halo Pro uses dual wavelengths, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
it gets deeper into the skin.
Deeper into the skin. Looking the two wavelengths with Halo are looking for water within the skin. So we are working with one ablative and one non-ablative wavelength.
So it heats the water, and that stimulates. It causes some inflammation, obviously, like you would if you had a sunburn, let's just say, on top of your skin. Well, this causes some inflammation subdermally, and the body has an inflammatory reaction, and the immune system then stimulates, and the cells are stimulated to produce new collagen to heal that inflammatory response.
Absolutely.
And the results of that, how is that different from BBL?
It's different from BBL in the sense that the wavelengths are penetrating deeper. So we are reaching deeper UV damage that we can bring up to the skin surface quicker than with BBL. And we can retexturize the skin. We can treat acne scarring. We can treat laxity within the skin to create a more progressive lifting and firming effect of the skin.
And tell us about the downtime on the Halo Pro.
Downtime with Halo Pro is 7 to 10 days, firmly from start to finish. The first 3-4 days will be your more intense days. You will feel an intense heat within the skin, and you will also experience some redness within the skin that will dissipate after that 3 or 4 day time frame.
And how frequently would someone have a Halo Pro therapy then?
Depending upon the optimal treatment plan recommended to this particular guest, you can have the Halo Pro done at the 90-day mark. It's not as frequently done as the BBL or the SkynTyte, but the change within the skin takes about 90 days to completely process and work its magic. So usually 1 to 3 Halo treatments done within a year's time is a recommendation. Again, it just depends on the goal of our guest.
That's great. And I want to remind you ladies in particularly that one of the major problems causing skin damage is the type of lotions and creams and cosmetics you apply to your face. Most of those contain some very harmful, detrimental petrochemicals, which damage the cells internally in the mitochondria, the power plants of the cells. And they also disrupt hormones. They're absorbed through the skin into the bloodstream, and they go to all areas of your body and cells in your body. And I know that many women also use lotions all over the body, and all these things are bought at CVS or Walgreens or at the local grocery store. You order them online. But these are very dangerous products for your health. And we recommend here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center and in our Hotze Beauty Aesthetics Department that you contact Bailie Munoz. Bailie is our licensed certified esthetician, and she can be contacted through HotzeBeauty.com, Hotze beauty.com, or she can be contacted by phone at 281-698-8770. That's 281-698-8770. And you can discuss with her the type of lotions and skincare products that you should be using. We produce here, we compound in our pharmacy, Physicians Preference International Pharmacy, natural products that have no petrochemicals in them that you can use for your face or your skin. And that's what we recommend using because they don't have any of the harmful side effects that these damaging chemicals that all the products over the counter contain. So if you want to discover ways that you can improve your appearance so that you not only feel well when you come here to the Hotze Health and Wellness Center and get your life back, but you also look like $1 million. That's what we want. Then I want to encourage you to contact Bailie Munoz at HotzeBeauty.com or at the phone number 281-698-8770 and schedule an appointment to come in and have a photograph, Vision X 3D photograph of your face to find out about the damage and to discuss with Munoz a plan, with Bailie Munoz, a plan that will help you look youthful again. Bailie, thanks so much for joining us today. It was a very informative discussion.
Thank you for having me.
And thank each one of you for joining us today on Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution.
At Physicians Preference Pharmacy, we understand that the quality of your compounded medications directly affects the way you feel, which is why we believe that your pharmacy should specialize in compounding medications while also delivering extraordinary hospitality and guest service. We believe that both patients and prescribers should accept nothing less than consistency and quality from their compounding pharmacy. This is why we've implemented some of the strictest quality standards in compounding, exceeding standard requirements, achieving PCAB accreditation, which is the Pharmacy Compounding Accreditation Board, an organization that sets the highest standards in compounding pharmacy regarding the safety, cleanliness, and quality of your compounded prescriptions. Because of our commitment to complete health and wellness, we are dedicated to making your medications free of lactose, parabens, artificial sweeteners, and any unnecessary dyes, binders, or fillers present in many other medications, offering you the cleanest products possible.
Information provided on this program is neither intended nor implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice and is not intended to replace the services of a physician, nor does it constitute a doctor-patient relationship. You should not use information from this radio program to diagnose or treat a health problem or disease without consulting with a qualified healthcare provider. If you have or suspect you have an urgent medical problem, promptly contact a professional healthcare provider or call 911. Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution advises you to always seek the advice of a physician or other qualified health provider prior to starting any new treatment or with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Any application of the recommendations from this program is at the listener's discretion.